Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope that you all are having a great day so far. Today we're going to be taking a look at a run done by Veracity from Biohazard. He submitted a run on the track called Larry from needforspeedheat, and his goal is to get a 203. I have 3 tips to help him and anyone else that would like to improve their time on this track. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, the beginning section. This part requires smooth inputs and proper timing to transition your car at the right moment in order to get in and out of this section as fast as possible. Let's break down how you did it. You activated your drift, you went a little bit too much to the right here and clipped some barriers. You transitioned just a little bit too late, leaving some distance on the inside. You get forced wide, and ultimately you have to turn in a little bit harder to kind of counteract that. Ultimately, you being forced wide and turning a little bit harder did lose you some speed and momentum going through this section. And also on this part, you did turn a little bit too late and get forced wide, left a lot of room on the inside, and you didn't get into traction because of it. Let's take a look at Grandpa's video and see how he did this section. He activates his drift, he goes wide, but he transitions his car in between the white street symbols painted on the ground. He gets very close to the barriers on the inside, and what that does is it forces his car further into the turn instead of it going wider. He stays close to the barriers and begins his transition in between this tree and the following one, which allows him to focus on getting close to these barriers here and ultimately stay in traction when he uses his NOS. Tip number 2, the final 2 turns. These checkpoints at the end are very lenient and you can cut them very hard. Knowing that, you can minimize any unnecessary distance on this section. Here's how you did it. So you chose to use the edge of the sidewalk, which unfortunately pushed you too much to the right and then forced you to have to drift this turn here. As you'll see with Grandpa's clip, he cuts the checkpoint very hard on the left side. This allows his car to stay to the left and he can stay in traction when he uses his NOS. Tip number 3, overall NOS management. You had 3, almost 4 bottles that were unused. You have to aim to be a little bit more efficient with your NOS because a better NOS pattern alone can improve time on a track. Here's a breakdown on when you used your NOS refill versus when Grandpa did. I will have Grandpa's video in the description, as well as it'll pop up on the top right of the screen right now. Take a look at his run, see where he uses all his NOS, and replicate it to the best of your ability. And if you can improve on those 3 things in practice and do them consistently, I believe you'll get your 203 no problem. And that's the video. If you want one of your runs to be taken a look at by one of the Raceon coaches, in the description below you can find the Raceon Discord link. Once you join up, get the feedback role. That'll gain you access to the feedback channel. Just go there and submit a run that you did on either needforspeedheat or needforspeedunbound, and one of the Raceon coaches will take a look at it. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.